Good morning. In last class we have discussed about reproduction, definition and major types of reproductions in different organisms. So today let us move to detailed process of asexual reproduction. So we have already studied the definition of asexual reproduction. Let us see once again the meaning of this asexual reproduction. So here offspring or young ones are produced by single parent. So this is important. Young ones are produced by single parent. Only one parent is involved in the process of a reproduction. Such reproduction is called asexual reproduction. And the young ones which are produced are morphologically and genetically similar to their parents. Okay, the young ones which are produced by the single parent or by asexual method of reproduction, they are morphologically and genetically similar to their parents. I hope you can understand this. Okay, when the individual is produced which is morphologically exactly similar to its parent, and even it carries all the genes of their parents, so that there is no difference at all, absolutely similar. And these individuals are called, the individuals which are produced by asexual method of reproduction are called clones. So they are called as clones. Please remember. Okay, in your examination they may ask this question: what are clones, or what is clone? Okay, the individuals or young ones produced by asexual reproduction are morphologically and genetically similar to their parents are called clones. So you have to write like this: the young ones, once again I am explaining this, the young ones or offsprings, young ones or offspring produced by asexual reproduction are morphologically and genetically similar to their parents. Are called clones. So this definition you have to write. Suppose if the question appears in the examination, the young ones are offspring produced by asexual reproduction, this word must be there, are morphologically and genetically similar to their parents are called clones. Okay, so this is what the definition for asexual reproduction. Okay, and one more thing is, here young ones are produced young ones are produced with without the formation of gametes. Okay, the young ones are produced with or without the formation of a gametes. So in this asexual reproduction, either gametes are produced or even without the formation of gametes also, asexual reproduction will be continued. So that you should write regarding asexual reproduction these points, and in your competitive examinations question may be asked based on these sentences, so that you must be careful about all these things. And asexual reproduction takes place in different organisms. There are various methods of asexual reproduction. Okay, now let us see what are the different asexual reproduction methods. Types of asexual reproductions. Types of asexual reproduction. What are the different types of asexual reproductions which takes place in different organisms? There are different organisms which reproduce asexually, and that method of asexual reproduction is different. Now let us understand what are the different asexual reproductions. One is cell division. Cell division. When cell divides, it becomes a type of a reproduction in some organisms. Next one is budding in yeast. Budding in yeast. Next one is binary fission. Binary fission in amoeba. Next, encystation. Next one is sporulation, zoospore formation, zoospore formation or zoospores. Next, conidia in penicillium. Conidia in penicillium. Buds in hydra. Buds in hydra. And jamuls in sponges. So you have to understand this. You should know this is very important from the point of NEET or in any other examinations. Okay. So we have discussed, I have listed 7 different types of asexual reproductions in different organisms, and one more is fragmentation. Okay, and next one is vegetative propagation. See, there are various types of asexual reproductions in different group of organisms. Now you can understand this cell division is a kind of a reproduction in some specific organisms. Budding is another one, particularly in case of yeast as per your syllabus. Binary fission in case of amoeba, encystation, sporulation, zoospores, conidia in penicillium. Very, very important. In the examination, PUC examination or in a NEET examination, they may ask this question, okay, regarding this method of reproduction in case of a penicillium. Okay, and this is also gemmules are nothing but these are buds, internal buds, in particularly in case of sponges. Okay, so you have to understand all these. We have to study these different methods of asexual reproductions in detail. And before that, we have to understand that these, when we see these organisms, cell division occurs in some organisms, particularly in case of a unicellular organisms, single-celled organisms. Budding in yeast, binary fission in amoeba, when we see all these methods of reproduction up to fragmentation, these asexual reproductions occurs in unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms. Especially in unicellular organisms, this asexual reproduction takes place. This is what you have to understand. And it even occurs in case of plants and also in animals. Not only in unicellular organisms, it occurs in case of plants as well as in animals with simple structural organization. With a simple structural organization. Okay. Just remember here, what is the meaning of this? Asexual reproduction is a characteristic of unicellular organisms and also plants and animals with a simple structural organization. Okay, it means asexual reproduction may not occur in case of a higher organisms or in plants and animals with complex structural organizations where there is no asexual reproduction. They will reproduce by sexual method. Okay, so these are all various methods of asexual reproduction I have listed on the board here. Now let us discuss each one with examples. Okay, what important idea which is included in that method of reproduction. Now let us see this cell division first. Okay. Cell division takes place in all organisms, either in unicellular or in multicellular, in prokaryotes, in eukaryotes. So the cell division is a basic process. But in some organisms, unicellular organisms, so this cell division is a method of reproduction. So here parent cell divides into two daughter cells. Parent cell divides into two daughter cells. Okay, now this is parent cell. This parent cell, okay, it can divide into two daughter cells. So now these daughter cells or new cells, the daughter cells, they can develop or they can grow into, they can develop into new individuals. They can grow into new individuals, they can develop into new individuals again. Okay, so that they can start their life. So that this is a method of reproduction. Now you should remember this kind of reproduction takes place in case of organisms like, for example, in case of Protista. Okay, in protists and monerans. Okay, so these are the examples for the reproduction by cell division method. Okay, you should know all these things, and which is very, very important from the point of NEET. Okay, in a NEET examination they may ask a question, in which of the following organisms asexual reproduction takes place by cell division method. Then you have to remember these two examples. Okay, so particularly these examples are important from the point of NEET. Okay, NEET ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕೇಳತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, which of the following is a correct example for cell division by reproduction by cell division method? So this is what asexual reproduction by cell division. Then let us move to the next one, that is budding. In yeast, budding in yeast. Okay, now look here, you should remember here cell division takes place. Parent cell divides into two daughter cells. Similarly here also parent cell divides into two daughter cells, but the cell division is unequal. Cell division is unequal here. This is what very, very important difference between this cell division and this cell division. Okay, now this is a parent cell and it has got a nucleus. It carries genetic material and other cytoplasmic structures are present, and here when it starts cell division and it produces a small bud. Okay, here bud is produced. Okay, its genetic material gets transferred to the bud, and afterwards what happens here, this bud for some time it remains attached to the parent cell, and later it gets separated. Bud separates. Okay, and it leads a individual life or it becomes new organism. Okay, so that what we have to understand from this representation, here cell division is unequal. Here small bud is produced. Okay, so in this small bud is produced, and the bud remain attached to parent cell for some time. Later the bud separates from the parent cell, and leads and becomes individual organism, and becomes the individual organism. So in this way asexual reproduction takes place, particularly in case of yeast. Okay, so now the major difference between these two is here parent cell divides into two equal sized daughter cells. But here the parent cell divides into two unequal cells. And when small cell which is produced, that becomes a bud. For some time it is attached to the parent cell and afterwards it gets separated. When it is separated, it becomes a new individual. Okay, so this is a kind of a reproduction in case of a yeast. So this is second method of a reproduction, asexual reproduction. And let us move to next method of a asexual reproduction. Next one is binary fission. Binary fission. So, in amoeba, binary fission in amoeba. We have mentioned example in the heading itself. Okay. It is also kind of a cell division. Here, the parent cell divides into two equal halves. Parent cell divides into two equal halves. Okay, two equal halves, two equal parts, and each half develops into new individual. So that reproduction is completed, and this occurs in case of, we have mentioned already in example, amoeba. Okay, so since parent cell divides into two equal halves, only two, parent cell divides into two equal halves, we can call it as a binary. Fission means division. Okay, when cell divides into only two parts, two equal sized parts, then we call it as a binary. I hope you are following this. Fission means division. When cell divides into only two parts, two equal sized halves, then we should call it as a binary. If the cell, parent cell, divides into more than two parts or halves, then it is called as multiple fission. But here parent cell divides only into two equal sized halves, therefore we should call it as a binary fission. Okay, so that this kind of reproduction takes place in some organisms, but we have taken an example of amoeba. So this is a kind of asexual reproduction. And next one is encystation. So in this reproduction, it occurs during unfavorable conditions. So you should know these unfavorable conditions. And during unfavorable conditions, the organism which can undergo encystation is covered by Okay, the organism is covered by three-layered hard covers or cyst. Three-layered hard covers or cyst. Okay, so during this process, if amoeba is undergoing encystation, the amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia. To facilitate the process of encystation. Okay, this method of reproduction is called as encystation. Okay, once again, please listen to me. I will explain this. Definitely it occurs during unfavorable conditions. When conditions are unfavorable to amoeba, this method of reproduction takes place. Okay, and amoeba, you know that very well. Amoeba will have, okay, so these structures are known as the pseudopodia, and this pseudopodia will be withdrawn, okay, like this. Amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia, and later what happens, it is covered by three-layered. Now this is 1, 2, similarly 3. Okay, so there is a covering of three-layered hard covers. These covers are called as, okay, when these covers are covered to this amoeba, now amoeba is there inside, okay, which is covered by three-layered covers. This whole structure, what we call it, is a cyst. Okay, so this amoeba which is there inside the cyst, so this process is called as encystation. Okay, I am writing each and every point regarding different methods of asexual reproductions. So this is what? Encystation. It is a kind of a asexual reproduction. Now let us move to next method of asexual reproduction. Sporulation. Next one is sporulation. So to understand this sporulation, you should know about encystation. The encysted amoeba, I have already told you, this is amoeba which is encysted because it is covered by three-layered hard cover. Okay, this undergoes multiple fission inside. It undergoes multiple fission, but this process occurs when the condition turns to be favorable. So it means now this sporulation occurs when the conditions turns favorable. Conditions turns favorable. Encystation occurs in unfavorable conditions, and encystation occurs to avoid unfavorable situation, and when the condition becomes favorable for the individual, then the encysted amoeba undergoes multiple fission. Undergoes multiple fission. Okay. multiple fission. The encysted amoeba undergoes multiple fission, and when it undergoes multiple fission, there is a formation of a large number of minute amoeba. Formation of large number of minute amoeba, small sized amoeba. So many small sized amoeba will be formed inside the cyst, or otherwise I can say, so they are called as baby amoeba. Don't use this word, just I am using only for your understanding. Small sized amoeba or pseudopodiospores. Okay, so these small amoeba are called as pseudopodiospores or baby amoeba. Large number of small sized amoeba are formed, and afterwards when large number of pseudopodiospores are formed inside the cyst, the cyst wall, now this is cyst wall. What happens to this cyst wall? It breaks. Cyst wall breaks, and the minute amoeba or baby amoeba or pseudopodiospores comes out and leads new life. So this is what sporulation process. Okay, I hope you are all following this. Okay, here this takes place, sporulation takes place when the conditions are favorable, and it occurs only in case of a encysted amoeba, and when the condition becomes favorable, within the cyst there is a formation of a large number of minute amoeba when it undergoes multiple fission, and there is a formation of minute amoeba or pseudopodiospores. When the pseudopodiospores are formed, the cyst wall breaks and there is a release of the small amoeba, and they can lead a individual life or new life. So this is about sporulation. Okay, let us move to the next method of asexual reproduction. Next one is zoospores. Okay, so in zoospores, these are microscopic minute structures. Microscopic minute structures are called zoospores. So these are called as zoospores because they can move. So therefore they are called as zoospores. And these zoospores are produced in large number. Okay, and they occur in fungi. So the formation of zoospores is a characteristic of the formation of zoospores. It means these are the type of spores. Asexual reproductive units. Spores are nothing but asexual reproductive units. Microscopic asexual reproductive units are called as spores. Okay, zoospores are the kind of spores. So the formation of zoospores occurs in fungi and also algae. Fungi and algae, very very important from the point of need. Okay, ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ದೊಳಗಡೆಗೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ zoospores. Example for algae also, again you should know which algae can produce zoospores, that is Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is an algae. Chlamydomonas is an algae where this zoospore formation takes place. And after this we should know about next one is, next method of asexual reproduction is conidia. Conidia are the spores, asexual spores. So these are found in these conidia. These are found in penicillium. We have already studied in first PUC about penicillium or about fungi, where we have come across these words. Okay, conidia are the spores found in case of a penicillium. And next one is buds. We have already studied regarding bud formation in case of yeast, and one more is these are also formed in case of hydra. In case of hydra, these buds, small buds are produced. So this is a method of asexual reproduction. And next one is very very important, gemul. So these are formed, these gemuls are formed in sponges or porifera. Sponges or porifera, which we have already studied in first PUC. So these gemuls are nothing but internal buds. So this one and this one are very important from the point of competitive examinations in NEET and CET. Okay, they will ask these kind of questions. And let us move to next example, next type of a reproduction, that is fragmentation. So in this method of reproduction, body of organism is broken into small fragments, or otherwise if you are not understanding fragments, you can use the word pieces, small fragments. Okay, suppose if the body is long and it is broken into small fragments. Now this is one fragment, this is another fragment, this is another fragment. Okay, so like this. And for this method of reproduction to takes place, the body of the organism must be filamentous. They must have filamentous body. The organism should have filamentous bodies organization. Filamentous body organization. So this fragmentation occurs in an organism where filamentous body structure must be present. Thread-like body must be present, so that body can be divided into number of fragments. Okay, and each fragment, later what happens, each fragment can grow into new individual. Each fragment can grow into new individual. each fragment can grow into new individual. Okay, as per your syllabus, you should understand an example of a hydra. Don't get confused. Even in hydra also this method of reproduction takes place. So this is what fragmentation. So far we have discussed different asexual methods of reproductions in different group of organisms. Okay, and these are all methods takes place almost all in unicellular organisms or in animals and plants with a simple structural organization. Means algae, plants with a simple structural organization, and hydra is an animal with a simple structural organization. Okay, so like this, animals and plants which have got a simple structural organization where this asexual method of reproduction takes place. And basically in unicellular organisms this method of reproduction occurs. Okay, so that's all over. And one more very important aspect that we have to understand, that is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. So in case of plants, particularly in case of higher plants, the word asexual reproduction will not be used, which I have already told you. Asexual reproduction is characteristic of unicellular organisms and also plants and animals with a simple structural organization. But in case of plants with complex structural organization, instead of using the word asexual reproduction, we can use the word vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. Okay? Propagation is nothing but a reproduction. Propagate, spread. The meaning of propagate is spread. So that propagation is nothing but a spread. How the individual spreads? By way of reproduction. So that which takes place by vegetative part of the plant body. Vegetative part of the plant body. And that reproduction in case of higher plants, which takes place by vegetative part of the plant body, is called as a vegetative propagation. And this vegetative propagation to occur in a plant, the plant should have buds. Where that bud is present, the part where bud is present, that part of the plant body is involved in the reproductive process. The bud may be present on the root, the bud may be present on the stem, the bud may be present on the leaves. Okay? When that bud is present on a particular part of the plant body, and it can develop, it can grow into new individual from that particular structure only. So therefore, these structures which are involved in vegetative reproduction are called vegetative propagules. They are called as vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules. The structure of the plant which are involved in vegetative reproduction are called vegetative propagules. It may be root, it may be stem, it may be leaf. Okay, the part which is involved in vegetative propagation, vegetative reproduction, are called vegetative propagules. Okay, so now we have to understand different vegetative propagules in a plant body with their examples. So now I will list out different vegetative propagules with examples. Okay, now vegetative propagules and examples I am writing here. Examples of vegetative propagules. Now, number 1, tubers. tubers are the vegetative propagules. Where these tubers are present? Okay, tubers are present in case of a potato. So these are found in case of a potato. Potato or eyes of potato. Okay, in case of potato, you know that very well. Potato, there are some small structures like this. So when you cut this part of the potato or the whole potato, when it is placed in the soil, and it can grow into a new plant like this. So because of the presence of a bud here, so these are nothing but buds which are present on the stem. Okay, now these are called as tubers. There are one more, rhizome. Rhizome. Okay, rhizome, this you can find in case of a ginger. Okay, in case of ginger, this rhizome is present. And next example is runner. So this runner is a vegetative propagule. Example for this is grass and oxalis are the two plants. Grass and oxalis are the two plants where you can find this runner. And next one is sucker, which you have already studied. These are all the words we have come across already in first PUC. Sucker you can find in case of chrysanthemum. In plants like chrysanthemum, you can see these suckers. And next one is offset. Offset. Example for this offset is water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is the example for this offset. And next one is bulbile. Example for this bulbile is agave. Okay. And next one is leaf buds. Leaf buds you can find in bryophyllum. So these are all various examples. Please don't get confused. Okay. So from the point of PUC examination as well as for CET, so these are all very, very important. Okay, they may ask examples. So they ask the vegetative propagule and you are asked to write the examples, or sometimes examples they will ask you to write these types. Okay, so like this, these are all the structures or vegetative propagules from which reproduction takes place in case of higher plants. Okay, so this is all about asexual reproduction. Still there are some other methods we will discuss in the next class.